Tesla stock is down more than 40% since its all-time highs in November 2021. I have 630 Tesla stock at a cost price of $613. So we're not too far away from my cost price. It isn't the highest, it isn't the lowest. Crypto was down even more. It's been very volatile. As many of these assets go down in value right now, one asset continues its steady rise, and that's time. Time is something we can never get back. We can spend our time worrying and feeling sad, or let me bring you for a boat ride today as we explore the Singapore River and Marina Bay. You see these boats behind us? So we're going to take a short tour of Singapore, and along the way we'll talk a little bit more about Tesla's fundamentals. Click subscribe to stay updated to more videos on Tesla. Let's head to our boat. This is our colourful Tokidoki boat today as we explore the Singapore River and Marina Bay. Let's head right inside. Tara, what do you like about the boat ride so far? The bubbles behind? So this boat is still running on an internal combustion engine. One day, hopefully, we'll get EV boats here. So behind us, you can see we're passing the floating platform where National Day is celebrated many years in Singapore. Coming up on my right, you will see a durian-shaped building over there. That's the Esplanade. That's where we have theatres, a lot of art shows. Think of it like the Sydney Opera House, but Singapore's version. Shaped, the spiky roof, like durians. And later on, you'll see, we'll come up to the Civics District, a lot of historical buildings. And it's over here that I want to talk about Tesla's legacy, why it was created, and its longer term purpose for our planet. So Tesla was founded about 20 years ago with the goal of accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. And when we think about longer term impact, people are going to forget about quarterly earnings, about how many cars it sold. But what people remember many years from now, decades from now, is that this company started the world's transition to not just EVs, but better use of solar, eventually wind, and renewable energy. So I think that's why I invest in this company, not just for the financial returns, but for the difference it's making to help ensure that our children, like my daughter, will have a better planet in the future. So she's very young right now, but think of the legacy that Tesla is making. She may not need a driver's license in the future. Hopefully, we'll have a greener environment, hopefully that we can reduce and control temperature rise, that the planet will be a more beautiful place for our children. Behind me, you see the Civics District. We've got the Asian Civilizations Museum, the Victoria Theatre, as well as the National Gallery. So there's a lot to do for both children and adults alike. We're now passing right under Cavenagh Bridge, one of the oldest bridges in Singapore. It was built in 1869, you can see the sign over there.
What's the building?
And over there, behind Cavenagh Bridge, you've got the Fullerton Hotel. That used to be Singapore's main post office, our general post office. Our postal code started with 0 over there. So that was the center of Singapore, literally, a long time ago, during the British colonial times. Now it's a beautiful hotel. So behind me, you see the Asian Civilizations Museum. It's a very old structure, it's been rebuilt, repurposed, and you even see restaurants there, there are modern parts of it. And I think of it as how Tesla is now modernizing transportation. So ICE cars transitioning to EVs, and I think that's a perfect analogy to what we're trying to do here. Now behind me, you see the Singapore Parliament, and there's a UFO-shaped structure behind. That's our Supreme Court. So when I look at this, I think of what Elon says constantly, that physics is the law, everything else is recommendation. There you go, that's a UFO-shaped building. That's our Supreme Court. To my right, you'll see a building with very colorful windows. That is a building housing our Ministry of Communications and Information. And I think about Tesla and how they market. They don't spend on advertising. In fact, when competitors spend on EV advertising in the Super Bowl, Tesla orders rise, benefits Tesla. Tesla does do marketing, and it's a big marketing team, especially in Greater China. But Elon himself is one of the best marketing tools available for Tesla. And Elon believes that product should speak for itself. When we go to parties, people don't talk about what they like, they talk about what they love. So by creating great products, word of mouth generates the most authentic and sticky marketing. And that's been Tesla's strategy for many years. I've been to that building several times because I work with government clients in my previous roles. So they also host the Ministry of Culture, Community and Youth, and one or two more government ministries. You see that structure here? That is like a catapult. It pulls you up. And I think of it like Tesla stock. The more you suppress it, the more spring and tension there is when you release it. Think about what the stock's going to do. So we had two spiky periods in 2012 and 2020. Tesla's going to the moon. But you can actually ride it. Tourists go for it. It looks like it's closed right now, it's not open right now. But otherwise, when you hear screaming, it's coming from that place there. Here, right behind me, it's Clarke, Singapore's nighttime entertainment district. When I think entertainment, I think about how Tesla is giving us so much joy. We've got a toy box, we've got Santa mode, all the different fun things, the fart sounds at our Tesla. I think one thing I love about Tesla is that they don't take themselves too seriously. They know how to have fun, and that matters. Behind us is an iconic restaurant called Jumbo. Clara, what can we find in Jumbo?
Chili crab, mantou, and non-chili crab.
Yeah, so visit, it's iconic. They've got several outlets throughout Singapore. One of my favorite outlets is actually the East Coast Park outlet. Behind me is Boat Quay. It used to be a working harbour with a lot of boats, sampans over here. I think since the 1970s, there are no longer boats here, but what they have is this nightlife, restaurants, pubs. So I used to work in this district. Actually, my wife and I used to work here for a couple of years. And remember having dinner around here. There used to be some board game cafes here as well. A lot of memories. Coming up on my right is Singapore's financial district. You'll see all the local banks like OCBC Bank, UOB Bank, there's Bank of China. I used to work in this building over here, the shorter one, the UOB Tower 1, as well as One Raffles Place. You can see it over there, that building, all the lights. We used to have a very nice rooftop bar. So at the financial district, I want to talk about Tesla's finances. When times are uncertain and tough like this, money flows to the strongest companies. Tesla is practically debt-free. 7 billion in debt compared to 700 billion in debt for all the other automotive companies combined. And in times like this, we saw in Q1 2022 that Tesla is on track to match Toyota's net income despite selling 10 times less cars. So today, Tesla sells about 1 million cars. By 2030, they aim to sell 20 million cars. So if you grow net income by 20 times, assuming no improvement in gross margin, that is about 66 billion in net income per quarter, or about 264 billion per year. Compare that to Apple, that made about 95 billion in net income last year. That is 2.5 times more than Apple. Apple is widely known as a cash cow, one of the most valuable companies in the world. It's Warren Buffett's crown jewel. Tesla's on track to beat Apple. And all this is being done not counting robotaxis, Tesla bot, and AI. So imagine the possibilities. We're now in Singapore's Marina Bay. This whole place represents building the future to me. A few decades ago, all of what you see around me was ocean. Singapore had a long-term plan, a generational plan to build the future of this country. So through multiple decades, they reclaimed land, they built infrastructure over here. There was long-term planning by the Singapore's government and Lee Kuan Yew at the time to build the country of the future, a country of the 21st century. So you see the Merlion over there, that's Singapore's mascot. It's a mix of a mermaid and a lion coming together. It's a mythical creature. And I think of Tesla as a rare mythical creature as well. It's a generational company, as Dave Lee says, that comes by once in a while. As you look at everything that's built here, he took vision. And that's what Elon Musk brings to Tesla. Elon brings his vision through his master plan. He's written 2 master plans, the third one's coming up soon. And so that's his recipe for the next few decades of Tesla. He's mentioned that he'll continue to stay on in Tesla for as long as it's needed and as long as it's useful. To our right, you'll see Clifford Pier, and there's an old lighthouse there that used to serve as a guide, like a southernmost tip of Singapore. And Kara, do you remember the hotel? So that's the Fullerton Bay Hotel. We had a few staycations.
That one gave me ice cream.
Yeah, they gave you ice cream. And what else do you get there? There's a soft toy.
Yes, the best of toy.
Yeah, they gave us a teddy bear. Beautiful hotel, nice rooftop pool. You've seen it in an earlier video when Kara was there with me. Highly recommend that.
Yes, one more time. Yes.
Yeah, you like the pool? Do you want to go back there? Okay, we'll go back there one day. Over there, that's Marina Bay Financial Center. I used to work there in another job many years ago as well. You see that empty space there? They're going to build an extension, the 4th tower of Marina Bay Sands. So the expansion plans were announced actually a few years ago, but because of COVID, those plans were put on hold. But now that travel is roaring back, you've seen air ticket prices going up a lot. They're going to resume expansion on Marina Bay Sands and Resort World Sentosas. These are the 2 casinos or integrated resorts that we have in this country. And behind us, we have the iconic Marina Bay Sands. Actually, for this episode, I wanted to go up to the rooftop bar and film and just show you a little bit of like step back, have a bird's eye view. But you know, it's fully booked. The rooftop is fully booked. The bars, the restaurants, the cafes, I couldn't get in. That tells us that it seems like the rich are getting richer, and sometimes, unfortunately, the poor are getting poorer as well. So investing is one way of financial freedom for those of us. We've got to transition from working for money to money working for us. As we come to a close, we hope that you enjoyed this tour of Marina Bay and Singapore River. If you found this video useful, please click the like button. Hit subscribe to stay updated to more videos on
Tesla.
Yes! High five!